customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, which started in Hastings in 1983, I often reflect on the Lincoln men's stores no longer here. They are McGee's, Ben Simons, Landon's, Rothschild, Sir Winston, Post and Nickel, Ragman, Murray's, Miller and Payne, and Joseph A. Bank. You know where I'm coming from. Gary Michaels has been battle-tested, and we are committed to serve Nebraskans as your premier store for men for many years to come. Gary Michaels Clothiers, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Don't miss the most innovative ag technology that exists today on display in Lincoln at the Nebraska Ag Expo, the second largest indoor ag show in the U.S., December 5th, 6th, and 7th. Check out all the latest technology in row crop and livestock production, robotics, and more at the expanded Innovation Hub. Mark your calendar. That's December 5th, 6th, and 7th. Register online at NebraskaAgExpo.com to get your tickets in advance and save $5. See you in Lincoln. The Nebraska Ag Expo is sponsored in part by Farm Credit Services of America and Ag Direct.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The length of forecast for today, expecting increasing cloud cover throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 53. Tonight, partly cloudy skies are expected with an overnight low around 27. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies do return. It'll be breezy and a little cooler tomorrow as well. A high of around 43. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clutter for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. I am Harrison Arns on the ones and twos, host as always of the Don't Punt Hour. Demorne Pierson'El in studio with me. And if you guys ever want to join the show, 402-464-5685. That is the Sartor Heyman text line. Demorne Pierson'El, to start things off here, just curious, have you been keeping up with the Chicago Bulls?
No.
That's a good thing, because I have some just awesome stats that I was looking up here the other day, because it's pretty bad. Right now, the Chicago Bulls are currently sitting at 5-14.
I really don't start paying attention to basketball until about after the All-Star break.
I'm paying attention now because they need to blow this up. Right now, with their starting lineup of DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Nikola Vucevic, Torrey Craig, and Kobe White, for every 100 possessions on offense, they rank last at 95.6 points per 100 possessions. Doesn't get any better. That same starting lineup is the worst defensive starting lineup in the NBA, averaging 130 points per 100 possessions. Second is the Warriors at 122. Third is the Pacers at 120.9. And for the offense, second worst scoring offense, Pistons at 98.6.
So do they need to trade people, or like what's going on? What's up?
Yeah, the whole thing. Blow it up. You are, so if you're only averaging 95.6 points, we'll just go 95 points per 100 possessions, and you're giving up 130, you're getting outscored every night by 35 points if you're breaking that down.
That's run and gun basketball right there. It's no fundamentals.
That's red flag basketball right there.
That's no fundamentals.
Yeah. It's pretty unfortunate right now in
Chicago. Yeah. Other than, the baseball teams might be okay, but
Cubs had a nice little run. They went back down to kind of where they usually are, but they got that one World Series in there. That's about it.
Tough for the city of Chicago right now. Sorry.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot going on. We talked about Monday Night Football. I know the Bears won, but my Lord, you got Dobbs with 4 interceptions. You got Fields with 2.
I think it was.
Four picks for sure.
Ooh, he was in a negative in fantasy. He's not on my fantasy team.
Yeah, he was the negative for a lot of people.
I wanted him to do good, and it was crazy is people switch up on you like that, and it's like some of those turnovers technically wasn't his fault. He's putting
2 of them deflections. Yeah,
he's putting the ball where it's supposed to be at, and the guy who is supposed to catch it did not, and so people got on him talking about going back to NASA and everything like that. I'm like, y'all clearly are just upsetting of the outcome of the game and don't really pay attention to exactly what's going on. I can't stand for that, or people, to be screen thugs. You can say whatever you can say whatever you want to, but behind the screen and everything like that, or whatever. And it's not the case. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, and you see it all the time. Like especially with NBA fans, they'll be talking mad trash on Twitter. But if they ever meet that player in real life, it's pretty amazing how fast they'll be like, "Yeah, no, I just disagree with this."
Can I get an autograph?
Yeah, can I get a picture though?
No, absolutely not. No.
Yeah. Did you ever have any moments like that where you had some fans? You don't have to say where, at what level, whether high school, college, pro, but did you ever have a point where you felt like the fans were crossing the line a little bit, whether it was you or maybe some other players on the team?
As you know, in college, a lot of people wear, some of the same numbers and everything like that. I think it was one year we had, I wouldn't say it was a controversy, but it was about kneeling during the flag and everything like that, right? I had this old man on Facebook. I don't even know if it's his actual account or not. But when I tell you, he lit into me about something. About kneeling and everything, and the crazy part about it is I didn't even kneel. It was Mike Rose Ivory. Like
so he was going at the wrong guy.
It wasn't even me. And I'm talking about he went off
on Facebook message.
Yeah, I think I took a screenshot of it and posted it and tagged him on Facebook. This is like I want to say it's like 2015. I think.
Is it still up?
It might be.
Okay.
I don't really get on Facebook like that, but I'm petty. So
well, if he's calling out the wrong guy, he deserves it.
I mean, regardless of that, like, I mean, it's still, that's a touchy subject and everything like that. Everybody, has their own rights to do as such and everything like that. And for you to be, as opinionated as you are, to say that, to you got 40, 50 years on me, 40, 50 years on Mike. Like, come on. Like, I'm not saying Mike's wrong. I'm not saying that whatever else, but it was, the negativity that was brought and everything like that was unnecessary. But as soon as I posted him, I mean, Husker Nation went after him. Like, it was funny. Like, it wasn't funny what he said, but I mean, the aftermath of it was funny and everything like that. And he sent me a message. And I never replied to him. He sent me a message like shortly after. It was like, I'm so sorry. I have this issues going on, and I didn't realize that it wasn't you. And yeah, can I get out? Man, don't respond to me, bro.
Did he finish with an autograph?
Like, no, I didn't do anything. Like,
did he finish with asking for an autograph?
Yeah, I think yeah. I'm like, you said all of what you said clearly, like you thought about that, and you're a disgrace to wear this uniform and blase. I'm like, my goodness, like, sir,
you never wore the uniform, sir. What are we talking about?
You know what I mean? So, it was it like I said, that interaction, that what I would say was probably about the worst thing. I've had people say something about drops or winning, or dropping a punt or something like that. Oh, you should have did this and it, but nothing to that extent. No.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna have to try to see if I can find that one there, because I can definitely believe the Husker fan base retaliating. They'll be quick on that.
Not just them, like my family. Oh, it was bad. It was real bad. I was laughing. Like it was the people from the university actually came and checked it out and made sure it wasn't anything like I said. The police pulled me out, and we have a guy, I think his name's Pat. He pulled me to the side and everything like that, and it's like, hey, these people want to talk to you. Just make sure everything is fine and situated. Because we was dealing with that the whole year. So everywhere we going, teammates would participate in that, or other universities would do stuff and everything like that. So that was something like that we was seeing that whole season of stuff. So that was the only time I got mistaken for it, though. That was the only time.
Man, that's got to be that's a huge ego killer for whoever typed that out too. Putting all that energy in for, first of all, when you're, like you said, you got a 30, 40 year age gap on the guy, and you're just yelling at a kid, and then to get the wrong guy.
The wrong guy,
that's just blind hatred.
And then to say that you have some type of sickness, and for somebody to feel sympathetic for you, like, no, bro, you where was that illness when you were saying what you were saying? No, keep that same energy. Now I'm gonna post you, and now people gonna get on you.
Yeah.
So it was
incredible. They don't apologize until they get put on public, and then it's like, oh, all of a sudden it's public. I want to apologize here. That's the problem with social media. It's really easy to. I mean, we got guys like KD with burners out there for this, so he can get active.
I'm not mad at that though, like, cause I'd be wanting to say some stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But I really can't. I mean, you could.
He's got a lot of money on the line, so it's fair.
Man,
one bad tweet, he could lose millions.
Man, you hire a family member. Hey, look, somebody say something reckless, go at them. Like, it is what it is. But I'm pretty sure Gilbert Arenas, as petty as he was and everything like that, had done stuff. So I mean, I wouldn't be shocked at people were doing that, because that stuff affects you a little bit, because you want to say something back, but that's what they want.
Okay, let's transition this into the NBA. We're hearing it more and more with fans, getting more social with the players. There's times where I think it is justified. There's other times where I'm like, just feels like, come on, play the game. Like, not everyone's going to be nice to the opposing team. Like, where do you stand on that? Because it seems like there's been more interactions, but you can also say players are taking it more serious now than they were before, whether that's right or wrong. But it feels like Russell Westbrook's giddy to kick a fan out, every other month.
As long as it's not, physical, meaning they throwing something at you, or, racially slurred or anything among that.
Yeah, there's definitely some
like when
you can't touch, like family, racial slurs.
You know what I'm
That.
saying? Like, it's just be respectful. You can heckle, you can, you suck, this and this and that. But when you looked up stuff and you start making it personal and everything like that, like, you're talking about, people who care about, that's a sensitive subject. So it's just, some people got to be, more respectful of that. I think, that's where, like, you have to draw the line at with stuff. I'm cool with you, boo. I'm cool with you. You suck. that's why you this and this and this and that, whatever. Like, but when you bring family into it, when you bring, other personal stuff into it, or you throwing stuff and everything like that, the malice in the palace for sure. I'm with it for sure.
That one deserved. I will say though, that the thing about that video was that cup launch.
Like, yeah, that's too much.
Yeah.
Like that's assault.
I don't even think the fan realized he's going to make that good of connection.
Regardless,
it was assault.
That's assault.
You can't be doing
like
that.
You can go to jail. If he wants to press charges, that's assault.
Yeah, the least of his problems women getting beat up.
What I don't understand is, I don't think the fans know that they have so many cameras at those events and everything like that. All that stuff. If you do something, like, you're gonna get, if somebody might not see you, but you're on camera, and they will have somebody to find exactly what happened, and you will get whatever you got coming towards you.
Yeah, ask Connor Stallion about it. They got cameras.
They'll figure out where you're at. It's why even necessarily, put yourself in that situation to where, and they're gonna prosecute you to the highest of the highest. So and it's, who wants to go through that? Like, come on now. Like, so just be respectful. Like I said, mine, as long as you don't throw nothing and talk about family, X, Y, and Z, I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah, like I'm in the same boat. Like, I love it when the two fan bases don't like each other. But there's obvious lines, right? Like, you're not going to be punching each other in the stands. You're not going to be yelling racial slurs, and you're definitely not going after family. Like, those are pretty simple things to understand, and you can still have an awesome rivalry, year in, year out.
To where, like I said, like, if it's about that, keep it, within the lines of stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to bring outside stuff and everything. Like that man got a family. He got people that care about him and everything like that. And you might just be the one person he snap on because he's tired of it.
Well, do you remember the, talking about when talking bad about family goes wrong? Did you watch the Conor McGregor Khabib fight in UFC?
Ooh.
When Conor McGregor just kept, he started getting personal with the family stuff, and he got destroyed in that ring. That's the angriest I've seen Khabib. Like, he wanted that one more than anything else.
And
he dominated him.
Easily. He was telling him to quit and punching you in your face. Like, what? No, I deserve this. Quit. Tap. I'm like, oh no, I don't. No problems at all. Like, those guys are psychos.
Oh, they're the two scariest athletes, in my opinion, are both UFC fighters, and Khabib and Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou, the guy. I mean, I keep talking about. It's just incredible that a guy that has little to no boxing experience outside of just UFC fights, where it's everything, goes in there, battles Tyson Fury. Thought he should have won.
He won.
Loses in decision, but he should have won, in my opinion.
What are you looking at?
Drops Tyson Fury. You can see it in Tyson Fury's eyes.
He was shook.
Yeah, he's like,
he was shook.
The power in one punch, like, it just takes one, and Francis will drop anyone.
So you got to be careful with anybody. Not just those type of guys. People who,
even a Ronda Rousey, I'm not messing with her. Are you kidding me? Any UFC
I would like
fighter.
to wrestle her.
Oh,
I would like to wrestle her.
Well, it depends. You got any, like, training on the ground? Like,
no.
any sort of mixed martial arts?
No.
You'll get clinched so fast.
I don't care.
It's okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it'd be impressive to see it.
Yes.
It would be.
For sure. Who wouldn't? I'm not saying it's cyborg or anything. I mean, Ronda's attractive. Like, I'm not opposed to that.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't choke me out. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. Now, Khabib's one I'm not cool with. That guy scares me. That
He's
guy's wrestling bears.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Like, you what?
Those Russian fighters, period. You're
I'm
not
good.
messing with them.
No.
They're built different.
That's you need that's a lunatic. Like, you need another word to define that. Like, what is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
And you do that for fun.
Yeah.
No, I'll pass. I'm okay.
That's gotta happen. Would you probably give it to Russia? If you're thinking about some of the best fighters across the board, Russia's probably got to have. I feel like.
Are you talking about boxing or
not just UFC? Because I feel like in mixed martial arts, you're seeing a lot of them step up their game there. Maybe not in years past, but it feels like obviously you're gonna have a lot of US fighters, but some of the dogs are coming out of Russia.
I mean, it's a little more rugged over there. It's different, So I mean, I don't really pay attention to that, so I'm not gonna like discredit anything because I think the people down in Brazil go crazy too.
You can't mess them up
at all. No.
And you go to Asia, it's a little different, but they take that wrestling culture super serious. Like, obviously the sumo, but just wrestling in general.
Yeah, so
like, that's big time over there.
That's their world. I respect them all. That's what y'all want to do. cool, fine, and dandy. But definitely, if somebody comes from the Russian region or anything like that, you in for a fight.
Yeah.
It's you. Okay, it's gonna be one of them days.
Mm-hmm.
Like bring your best for that day, because he is gonna be relentless. He don't care. It is what it is, and he's not gonna back down. So yeah, for sure.
It's kind of funny because, like, if you think about like the Rocky IV movie and it's like the steroids, it's like, nah, it's none of that. They're actually doing what Rocky was doing. Like, they're just gritty wrestling nature
Outside,
out there.
they
ain't doing the fancy lab stuff. They're just being gritty.
They're outside.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the wilderness of wrestling. Like, no.
A couple from the text line here from Mississippi Mud Dog talking about Katie's burner. Said, I'm going to start a Mud Dog burner. That'd be great. And he said, Russian people in general are mostly terrifying. So, that'd be a good tweet for the burner. Exactly. That's why you need your burners, right? But nonetheless, we'll throw it to break here on the Don't Punt Hour with host, as always, the morning Pierson'El. I'm Harrison on the ones and twos. Don't go anywhere.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? At Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino in Lincoln or Horseman's Park in Omaha, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
At Koppel Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Koppel, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Koppel Chevrolet GMC.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
Don't miss the most innovative ag technology that exists today on display in Lincoln at the Nebraska Ag Expo, the second largest indoor ag show in the U.S. December 5th, 6th, and 7th. Check out all the latest technology in row crop and livestock production, robotics, and more at the expanded Innovation Hub. Mark your calendar. That's December 5th, 6th, and 7th. Register online at NebraskaAgExpo.com to get your tickets in advance and save $5. See you in Lincoln. The Nebraska Ag Expo is sponsored in part by Farm Credit Services of America and Ag Direct.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Allo is turning 20 this year, and we plan to celebrate all year long. Since 2003, Allo has vowed to put customers first and deliver a drastically different experience. No matter where you live, work, or play, we believe you deserve an affordable, secure, and reliable connection. We're proud to have served our businesses and residents with seriously fast fiber optic service for 2 decades. Thank you for trusting Allo as your local internet, phone, and TV provider. Follow us on social media to know about the 20th anniversary celebrations in all our Allo communities.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Beerschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Beerschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The length of forecast for today, expecting increasing cloud cover throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 53. Tonight, partly cloudy skies are expected with an overnight low around 27. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies do return. It'll be breezy and a little cool tomorrow as well. A high of around 43. I'm meteorologist Kyle Klecker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Don't Punt Hour here on Ticket Weeknights. I'm Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. Des Moines Pierson'El, host as always, on my left in studio with me. And if you guys want to join the show, feel free to do so. 402-464-5685, or you can comment on the streams, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo channel 951. We did have Jim on the last segment. Again, he was talking about, we're talking about UFC and Khabib. He said the combination of wrestling with striking is a real bear to deal with. Nice little pun there. Then he says, of course, you have to condition your bones to be hard. It takes years to do that, but once you do it, you're gold. Again, just talking about Khabib and the the absolute dominance that guy had. It is impressive, and that's one thing with the UFC that continues to grow, and they continue to partner up with WWE. That's just an awesome product. Do you watch a lot of UFC? Des Moines Pierson'El?
Here and there. I like boxing a little bit more.
Okay.
Boxing is just different. I mean, UFC is outright its own, but
so let me ask you this: is Crawford the best pound per pound fighter today? And if that's true, where does he rank all time? Because he could be arguably one of the best ever.
I think he's one of the best ever. Like, where
definitely a Mount Rushmore, bare minimum Mount Rushmore guy. He's got to be in the conversation for the best.
Like, what do you? And I'm not so sure, where, with his last fight, people was like, oh, well, you made him, go down to this fight. I'm like, bro, the buddy's been fighting at that fight weight for so long. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, regardless of whatever, like, he demonstrated what he was supposed to. Like, he's for sure pound for pound. It's not close. Like, the guy doesn't drink. The guy doesn't smoke. Like, he's one of the more dedicated persons that I've known. I've gotten to train with him, so I personally know Bud, and he's different.
Mm-hmm.
And he pushes the tempo, and everything that he's worked for and everything like that is outright what he was supposed to get. And good luck with getting in the ring with him.
Yeah, I mean, he just proved it. Like, it was the fight wasn't even close. Just dominated right away.
He made me a lot of money. I know that. He made me a lot of money. I was at people's necks.
What were the odds on that one? Do you remember?
I do not, but I know he was not favored.
Yeah, which is insane.
Yeah, it was definitely Spence and
like that's the thing about Errol Spence too that was driving me mad. The thing that frustrated me most after that fight was people arguing, well, Errol Spence, making excuses for Errol Spence. And I'm like, they were like, oh, he must have had a bad training camp. I'm like, no. Like Crawford's just that guy.
Easily. Like he what more do you want? Hopefully the Canelo fight does at some point and happens and whatnot. I know he's getting up
still
there.
in the work. It still could happen.
I don't know. I'm not saying Canelo's scared or anything like that, but I mean, Canelo's been on. He fights like I feel like 3 times a year about. So he might just like be worn out with stuff and everything like that. But their level of dedication and stuff and everything like that is completely different. I've, like I said, been inside of a boxing trainer's camp, and I understand, what they go through, what they got to do, cutting weight. It's a different type of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
By far, I probably think one of the harder sports to train for. I mean, you can't blame nobody else but you. Like there's no team, there's no it's all on you. You getting up, working out, you fixing, your weaknesses and everything like that, and putting, a game plan together, your camp and whatnot. So that's a different beast in its own self.
Absolutely. And we do have one from the text line I want to get to here because we might dive into this one for a little bit. We got Thomas and Lincoln. He said, if total chaos happened in the top 4 where they lose and Texas hangs 30-point difference, I'm assuming he's talking about a conference game, who is your guys' top 4? He says, love the content and appreciate you joining in on the show. So right now, as it sits, you got Georgia at 1, Michigan at 2, Washington at 3, Florida State at 4. So he's saying if all of those guys manage to lose, so Georgia loses to Alabama, and he's saying a 30-point difference. So we'll equate that in there. You got Michigan losing to Iowa in the Big Ten game.
Come on, bro.
Washington losing to Oregon, and then of course Florida State taking a loss as well. So that gives all your 12-0 teams a 12-1 record, and that would put, obviously, that'd make Oregon 12-1. So then you're okay. We'll break it down there. So if Washington loses to Oregon, now we'll start with the Pac-12 for our first chaos game, because Pac-12 is, I'll tell you what, for blue blood conferences going out with a bang, I'll give the Pac-12 credit. That is, if you're a blue blood, like that, you did it. Like that's, if they're gonna try to kick you out, like you went out with a bang. Good
for
on
sure.
them.
If Washington loses, so Oregon,
so that would tie it up. Washington's got 1 on Oregon, and Oregon's got 1 on Washington, and they'd both be 12-1.
You take the Pac-12 championship, so whoever wins that game, therefore, automatically.
Okay. So who do you think's gonna win? We'll just plug them in now.
Ooh.
I'm doubling down on Washington. I know it's hard to beat a team twice, but I won't be surprised if Oregon finds a way. But I'm going to double down on Michael Penix Jr., who I think has just been outstanding.
I'm going with Washington too.
Okay, so we got Washington in there. This is where it gets tricky. So Georgia, the number 1,
Georgia will still be in there,
even if they lose by 30.
Georgia still be in there.
Doesn't matter. So just say Georgia does lose, you put them in at 3 and 4, and then would you have Alabama at 3 jump Georgia? Because Alabama's only got 1 loss as well, so they'd be tied record wise. You'd have a 12-1 versus 12-1. Who's going 3 and well, to be honest, however they set that up, they're just going to make sure they're not on the same side, so you don't have a repeat.
Exactly, but I feel like that's how you should. That's what you're supposed to do, though.
Yeah, it is. I got no problems with that.
Like running back next week, like it is what it is. I think if Georgia does lose to Alabama, you probably have to, and everybody else loses, you probably have to put Alabama and Georgia in there off rip.
Okay, so we got Georgia, Alabama, Washington, Michigan loses to Iowa. You'd have to go. This is the thing for me, though. Do you go Texas or do you go Ohio State? Those are the 2 teams that you really got, that you can really pick out of there.
Because Ohio State is sitting at 5 or 6 right now.
Mm-hmm. So Ohio State is 6. Oregon's the last man out, or Ohio State at 6, Texas at 7. But I personally like Texas more than Ohio State.
Really?
I'd like to see.
You
I'd like to
are no longer a Nebraska fan. I don't hear anything else from.
Not
you.
Like them as a team. I
don't. You said it. Shut. I don't hear it. I think things would. If Ohio State would be in it, would be more interesting than putting Texas or Michigan in there, just because blow for blow, explosive plays and everything like that. I think it'll be more exciting. I think if you put Michigan in there, they lose the Big Ten. They're out of it. Yeah, you throw O State in there just to kind of mix things up as far as like as far as talent wise to compete offensively, defensively with Bama and Georgia.
We do have Mississippi Mud Dog saying if that scenario does happen, he would have Washington and Oregon both in there. So you would have an Oregon team at 11-2. Yeah, because assuming Washington,
Twice?
no, they lost once. Assuming they actually no, if they assume the chaos, they would win that one. So they'd be 12-1. Washington would be 12-1. He would plug them both in, so you'd have 2 Pac-12 teams.
That ain't.
You'd kick Florida State out if they manage to
my thing is, okay, conference championship. So that's why I said Oregon instead of Washington being in. Head to head between Washington and Ohio State. Like y'all are pretty much like in the same. Y'all are pretty much in the same. Y'all lost to a conference champion. So what's the difference between what's the difference between Ohio State and Washington now? Neither one of y'all don't have a championship. So that's why it's like you took your shot, you missed it. Like, now allow somebody else, that opportunity and everything like that. You went head to head and you lost. There's no, I don't think that would be that. But Georgia, I think, is still the best team out of all of them. So you can't, even if they do lose, like you can't they can't go from number 1 all the way to number 5.
If you had to pick an upset, the most likely upset out of all the conference championships games,
probably that.
Okay,
probably.
I can see that.
I mean, Georgia would with that loss, they would probably go to 4. Bama would probably go to 1 just because you took off number 1, or at least 2. And then
assuming they all lose here, so just so everyone's keeping.
I would think Oregon would be at 4, but Oregon would be higher because they are the outright that won a championship. So they might be 2 or 3 depending on how it will fall, and then from there, give one of the non-conference championship less teams an opportunity. And I think between 5 and 6, I would rather see Ohio State than Texas. I would rather see Ohio State than a Michigan or State. Like I said, like you lost in the championship and everything like that. But that would make Iowa 11 and.
Yeah, so if Iowa wins that, they would be 11-2. If they somehow beat Michigan, that put their season at 11-2.
That's the kicker though, because they're the Big Ten championships. If they're the Big Ten champs, like it would just go on. Okay, are you finally going to let a team in with 2 losses? That would be
That'd be the craziest 2-loss team to ever make it through, though. That is historically bad offense, and hats off for finding ways to win games. Something we've been dying to learn over here.
If that happens, whatever game is on, like it's probably over by halftime.
Yeah. Iowa, Michigan, do you have any thought or any chance that Iowa can somehow pull it off?
No,
I don't either. I
think third by the end of the third quarter, it's over. Like
as soon as they get down by a 2-score game, it's over. It was what it feels like. Is that that we saw what that Michigan defense can do against Ohio State.
They're gonna create turnovers and they're gonna put points up on the defensive side. So whatever quarterback Iowa has and everything, like he got 2 interceptions coming.
Yeah, and we just saw that they're not perfect on special teams.
Or an interception and a fumble. That's coming. But you can best believe that. Like I don't think your offensive line is, I know they have put out people and everything like that, but I don't think they're good enough to survive that. Y'all been surviving games with less talented opponents, and you barely get 13 points. Like no, good. Michigan will put that up in 3 drives.
I don't have a lot of hope either, and I don't care. It's Iowa. I hope they take ugly loss and
for sure,
go punt on another offseason where you didn't really do anything other than
hopefully
beat up on a bad Big Ten West. It bothers me. It's going to take a while for me to get over that gut punch. Was that 3 years in a row we've lost by a field, or not 3 years in a row, but 3 times we've lost in a row was due to a field goal?
Yes.
Man, that's brutal. I just can't get over it. The Iowa game, well, we need to figure out this offseason. Is there any quarterbacks right now that have been hitting the transfer portal that got you interested in all? Or are you even thinking that much? Because Matt Rule said to get a good, if you want a quote unquote good quarterback, you got to be willing to spend, basically anywhere between $1 to $2 million in NIL money.
I can see what, that being said and everything like that. If you want money out of it, is that really the right quarterback that we need, here? So, I mean, you might have to just, really do your homework and find a guy who fits what you want to do, who needs an opportunity and everything like that, regardless of the money is going to come, because if you get here and you ball, like, it's gonna get thrown at you. You know what I'm saying? So if you out there and guys just ask for X, Y, and Z, and you kind of got burnt 2 years in a row with that already, I think you'd be a little bit more wise with doing that. And I mean, if it's gonna cost that type of money and everything like that, is that really the person you want in the building? Because
you'd have to assess the whole league. Is that what all the quarterbacks want? Or can I just get a quarterback I believe in developing? Which, again, that's the problem. If it's man, if I get a quarterback in here, which I don't think Matt Rule would ever do, promise a spot. But anytime you say we do get a quarterback, we're paying him 1.5. You don't want to guarantee a spot, but if he doesn't start, you just wasted $1.5 million, unless you're starter that you named in the offseason somehow gets hurt and he comes on and miraculously, even elevates the team more. But there's such a danger of paying all that money. And then we've seen it where the guy doesn't contribute.
What is the 1 point? What is that going to get you?
To be fair, these numbers are what is that fictitious with this NIL deal.
What is that going to get you? Okay, yeah, you're paying a guy. Okay, so are you for sure he's going to do exactly what he said he's going to do and change and be in games now?
Spencer Rattler, he got a ton of money, and I know he did eventually start doing a little better, but I mean, he wasn't anything what they thought that, if the dollar value they were paying, they didn't receive. He still had a good season. He was still a good quarterback, but they spent a lot of money.
Are you paying for a hype? What are you, I mean, because Nebraska sells itself. So, is that more guaranteed wins? That's a lot of money for a lot of uncertainty. And that's too much of a risk to put on a 22 to 25-year-old. Unless it like I said, unless it is what it is. Now you can work the day and be like, hey, if you hit X amount of this and this, yeah, you can get that.
That's what I think.
But out the gate, I need 1.5 to come here. You're sick.
It's just got to be performance based. You guys get paid on performance based in the pro leagues. That's basically what we're turning this into. We might as well just start treating it like it. That's how I see it. Give these guys money that they deserve, money up front. And if you hit X, Y, and Z, here comes the rest of the money.
You can go get you a JUCO guy. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't care. They're not finna. You can go get the number one JUCO prospect. He not finna ask for that. Now you might have to $100K here, there, or whatever, and go on from there. But 1 point whatever for a good quarterback. Okay, exactly. What is a good quarterback gonna get you? Is the offensive line gonna be better? Are we gonna have weapons? Or
have receivers for him?
So you paying all that money for what? For him to be good? Okay, well, is he gonna be healthy? We've seen having talented guys back there and get hurt.
Yep.
And so what? Okay, you stated a fact. You stated a statistic that you came across. Okay, what are you doing to get that? You know what I'm saying? So are you paying that money to get that, or are you just you just saying that just to state a fact of that is what it is? We can do fine with a decent quarterback that can consistently move the offense up and down the field and not turn the ball over. Like you don't need a good quarterback to do that. You need somebody elite enough to get things done.
Mm-hmm. And we do have one more from Mississippi Mud Dog here before we go to break. He says, you don't think that Matt Rule would promise a QB a starting job? Seems like he already did that once. And I don't. I actually think we can argue about the Thompson thing, how that went down, but when the actual competition started, I do think at one point
there was no competition. He was hurt all spring.
Yeah, Purdy's hurt. Harbaugh isn't even playing quarterback.
No, I'm talking about the Thompson thing. He was hurt. He didn't get a chance.
Yeah.
Like he came in and.
So I do genuinely believe Sims was the best quarterback heading into the season because of lack of the competition. Said,
they didn't get to fall camp is what I'm saying. He was hurt in spring, and they brought him in from then. He didn't even get a chance to take a snap.
And we did train Harbaugh to become quarterback and Sims out of the game. So like I do believe, I don't think he's promised. I would hope, because that just seems like mistake one. You don't promise guy positions because you're going to eliminate any sort of competition and lose respect on the team. But who knows? I'm not inside the locker room. You can always disagree through the Starter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. We'll throw it to break here. Don't punt hour. Don't go anywhere.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
It's the holiday season. Time for work parties, friend get-togethers, family gatherings, which means lots of eating. Maybe you think you've perfected your holiday meals, and maybe you have no idea where to even start. Let's fix that right now. No holiday party is complete without Führer's cheese spread. It goes well with any type of cracker, pretzels, apple, chili, vegetables, chips, and of course, it's perfect to pair with wine or beer. Holiday meals aren't complete until Führer's cheese spread is on the table. Find your own container at your nearest local grocery store today.
Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Whether you're booking a trip to Lincoln for a football game or a volleyball weekend, the Scarlet Hotel at Innovation Campus is the place for you. The Scarlet Hotel is special on many levels, from the delicious Well and Good restaurant on the main floor to the coolest rooftop patio bar in Lincoln, the Barred Owl, on the top floor of the hotel with great views of the city and one of the coolest drink menus. Book your stay or book a staycation today at scarlethotelnebraska.com.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Hey, it's Jake Sorensen. Join me, Sip, and Coach Bush for Early Break this Friday, December 1st at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just out the 48th and Holdridge. Call today to reserve your free lane for free bowling at 402-467-3249. And if you don't bowl, still enjoy free coffee and donuts. That's this Friday for the 60th anniversary of Madsen's Bowling and Billiards. Early break from 6 to 8 on location.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. As we celebrate our 40th anniversary, which started in Hastings in 1983, I often reflect on the Lincoln men's stores no longer here. They are McGee's, Ben Simons, Landon's, Rothschild, Sir Winston, Post and Nickel, Ragman, Murray's, Miller and Payne, and Joseph A. Bank. You know where I'm coming from. Gary Michaels has been battle tested, and we are committed to serve Nebraskans as your premier store for men for many years to come. Gary Michaels Clothiers, 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, expecting increasing cloud cover throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 53. Tonight, partly cloudy skies are expected with an overnight low around 27. And tomorrow, mainly sunny skies do return. It'll be breezy and a little cool tomorrow as well. A high of around 43. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So what's this new concept happening at 1040 O Street? There's 93.7 The Ticket, there's the Mill Coffee and Tea, and there's Grandma's Bake Shop and Beatrice Bakery? Well, yeah, it's all of those things. It's a place for the community to hang out, grab a drink and a bite, and just chill, or work, or meet, or chat, or whatever you want to do. 93.7 The Ticket, the Mill Coffee and Tea, Grandma's Bake Shop, and Beatrice Bakery, all together at 1040 O Street.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Beerschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Beerschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, final segment of the Don't Punt Hour. I'm Harrison Arns on the ones and twos, and this will be the final segment before we switch it over to the wide world of Raph. We'll go through our NFL picks, see who won last week, me or Raph. And again, you guys can always join the show through the Starter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. That would be the way. And we do got one more here. Let me see if I can do a little proofreading. We got Mississippi Mud Dog once again.
Shout out to him.
If we could shut down O Street for a ticket fight night, you think that Austin guy would fight me? Also, who would be the best fight between ticket personalities, DPE, if you had to fight against Stanley Morgan, who wins? So we got a few to dive through here. Austin I will say this, Austin, he's got the same build as me. I don't want to, he's not here, so I won't say too much on it, but he's coming in probably like $175. Not the most intimidating figure, but neither am I, but we got about that same build there. Best fight between ticket personalities. I would love to see Sorensen. Yeah, have you met Jake Sorensen yet?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so.
That's a character right there. On early break, he's a big Dolphins fan. Give me a... He'd just get killed out there. I'd want to put him up against Foreman, but that ain't right. That ain't right. There might not be a lot of good fight matchups in this building. Me and Austin might be the best one because I think pound for pound we could be in the same weight class at least. But if you had to go against Stanley Morgan, who wins?
My brother. That wouldn't even come to that. Like who's doing that? Like, that's not happening. Regardless, like we'd have been into some scuffles with people. But against each other, nah.
What team chirped the most? I know you guys never gotten anything crazy. You watched through the years, never had any unfortunate media. But what was the team that chirped the most? Where you're like, man, this could get hairy if they keep pushing the line.
It was certain players. Like it like too many people really didn't chirp. Honestly, I don't think too many players, chirped at our group as a whole. Because of what we were capable of doing. What's the guy? And I played with him with the Raiders. Arnett, Damon, at Ohio State. Oh my God!
Really?
Yes,
I can see it.
Like when I tell you, just like would not shut up. Like that like that's one you wanted to like strangle.
So say you're up 21-0. Is he still talking?
For sure. Easily. Like that's just like who he, like that's just who he is. He was really honestly the only guy really at Ohio State that really talked. I went against Ward. Ward rarely said anything. Garyon, Marshawn, he really didn't say much. Malik Hooker, he didn't say much. Like the whole Ohio State secondary really wasn't, Sherfield. Like he didn't say much. Like the only one that really did was Arnett. Tennessee, SEC guys. When we played them, they were chirping a little bit just because of SEC stuff.
Yeah, they got a Big Ten versus SEC. That's always a little extra chippy too.
The stuff that I've seen, like the D line, were always like chirping. I've never really got anything or anybody to say, I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. Illinois, there was this one corner. I made him fall my senior year. I can't remember. He wore number 1, dark skin with dreads.
Mm-hmm.
When we came back, I think for 2 years straight, I think everybody got a lick on him. I can't remember his name. But it was definitely Illinois. It was definitely Illinois. Stan did something to him 1 year in a game. In a game, B. Riley got him, I got him, Stan got him, Zoe got him. It didn't, like when I say the whole room got a lick on him, like it was bad when he came here and we went to the fake Memorial Stadium. Yeah, for sure. So it was definitely Illinois. I forgot.
Well, you got to give him credit for confidence.
That's not confidence.
Ego,
whatever you want to call it. It wasn't successful.
That being said, we will wrap it up here. Don't Punt Hour. You guys have been great all night. Again, we'll have more shows going on. 402-464-5685. And again, commenting on these streams, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Allo, Channel 951. But nonetheless, that's going to be it for us. Don't Punt Hour with Demore Pierson'El. I'm Harrison. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.